Good morning and welcome to Magical Monday. Today we're going to talk about the chaos of clutter. And it's not going to just be physical, but it's also going to be mental. And I will share with you the jackhammer that's working across the street is doing some clutter on my brain cells. But anyway, I always start with energy zesting, so I'm going to show you how I energy zest in my chair as opposed to when I do the standing. So it's not going to be a full and complete one, but it's going to be a way to just get your energy flowing. And you can, like I said, you can do it in your chair. It's going to be a little short version. And then we're going to crisscross, so just bring your knees up. Feel that core nice and bright. Just lie. Think about, elongating your spine. About some good posture. All right. Waking up. Wake up the energy zones. And right down to the collar. Welcome, Beauregard. Yes, smile at the camera. He's keeping my feet warm. Very thoughtful of him. Right there in the sternum. And then right, first rib, top rib. Now I'm going to show you something that we can't do when we're standing up. It's really a good energy move. And particularly if you're going to be giving a speech or a performance, or you need to talk about something, or you just need to feel really like strong in yourself, you're going to just cross one ankle or hold the bottom of that foot and then just sit up and breathe a couple times. It's also really good for your IT band. So you get a twofer in that one. Go ahead and switch sides. Just cross it over. Sit up nice and tall. Go ahead, middle finger and your belly button, the middle finger between the eyes, and just connect your energy. Little chair shimmy, and we're good to go. So the chaos of clutter. I'm going to give it to you from a Feng Shui perspective. I'm a graduate of the Western School of Feng Shui back in 1999. A great book, The Western Guide to Feng Shui by Catherine Collins. It brings the Eastern philosophy with the Western culture and merges the two really, I believe, very easily to adapt and understand. So we have to remember the basis that everything is energy. So everything is alive, energy, aliveness, right? Everything. Everything is connected, and everything is constantly changing. Now that's a tough one for our little minds here to grasp. But we're going to take it a step further in that your surroundings, all of your surroundings are talking to you all the time. And oftentimes our mental association to something will bring out, trigger emotions or functional reality or a variety of things. If you have things in your home that are just lovely, that bring you joy, that makes your space feel more clear. Your mind is not as cluttered. On the contrary to that, let's say you have a lamp that doesn't work and you have a table that's sitting at a spot, like with an angle, where you're always brushing your leg against it and you're bruising yourself. That brings a negative emotion, a negative connection. And it's those connections that we make with people, places, and things that is a story that we make up. That's our reality. So if you have a lot of paperwork that hasn't been dealt with, if you have a pile of, even if it's like a pile of things that you're going to go take to Goodwill, you're going to donate, perhaps it's a bunch of magazines. If it feels like clutter to you, if every time you look at it, you're saying, oh my God, I got to do something about that, it never leaves your mind until you actually execute that activity. So what happens is you create clutter in your mind. And likewise, if you have a bookshelf full, filled with your books, and you haven't touched those books in a year, the bookshelf is kind of crying. It's like sad energy, because you could recirculate the books, you could, look at the titles, maybe there's something there that resonates with you in the moment to read that you have forgotten about. But it's the idea that stagnancy creates clutter. And when we clutter up our minds, we don't have the same amount of energy or power to live our lives to the fullest. So I encourage you to think about the chaos of clutter and what you can do in your life to open up your energy and give yourself some clear span. And if you have a list of things that you want to do, or a list of things that you've been contemplating, don't make it a really long list where you just keep putting the same thing on the list again and again. Give yourself a break and maybe put 3 items on the list, and then you can see yourself easing through and completing those 3 items. So the thing about Feng Shui is it talks about everything being alive, and there's a couple pieces about that I want to share with you. And it's interesting because it's a concept that once you start really thinking about it, it makes a lot of sense. So as I said, alive or energy, everything's alive. Alive, connected, and dynamic, right? Always changing. Feng Shui views your home, your workplace, and everything as a living entity that you're either in harmony with or in discordant partnership with. When you honor its aliveness, like this is my dream chair. I used to call it my prayer chair. I still pray in it, but it's my dream chair. When you honor its aliveness, recognize its vital connection with the quality of your entire life, and make the changes that keep it fresh and alive, it remains a delightful place to be. It nurtures, protects, and supports your growth and movement through life. So take the time to create a nice, joyful space. And I'm going to suggest another highlight I want to share with you. So speak to the joy of it, the joy with it. Let's say that you want to buy a new home, okay? And you're in a home you have, but you want to buy a new home, and you kind of picked it out, and you figure that in a couple of years you're going to be in a new home. So settle. Yes. So instead of just being, I won't say unhappy, but perhaps unsatisfied with where you're at, and you're just waiting to get the new home, you're not living your life to its fullest. Take the time to create good energy, declutter. They say that Feng Shui is the new decluttering. That's a great way to look at it. Certainly it can be done for that purpose, but get rid of the clutter, clear up your space, create some joy, and create a nice environment that lifts your energy up. And what brings you joy? So think about what brings you joy in your world. And I guarantee that if you start decluttering your mind and your space, you will create some nice, open, beautiful energy. And what a perfect time to do this. It's springtime, it's new beginnings, it's new adventures. So I highly recommend that you give this a chance. I am Gina Bieland, the creator, founder, and I was going to be the Chief Energy Officer. I used to be a CEO, and then I was going to be a Chief Energy Officer, and I'm kind of wondering if I should just be the crazy energy officer. But anyway, strength, stretch, and shine, a community where everything is tips and tools for flexibility, balance, and strength for your mind, your body, and your soul. I'm here. You can catch Magical Mondays, 8 a.m. Pacific time. You can catch Flexible Fridays, 8 a.m. Pacific time, and Start You Up Sunday at 9 Pacific time in the morning. Until next time, be flexible.